sat on here and told y'all that I've got cheated on every relationship that I've been in, and y'all, that was beyond y'all. First of all, every is a really little number, okay? Second, when I get cheated on, or when I have gotten cheated on, it's not the fact that I got cheated on that blows me. It's the fact that, how did you do it? I thought I'd be on top of things, and I was on the very bottom. Now, before I start this story, because I am going to tell it, and I'm going to tell it with my chest, I'm going to tell my dirt, and no names will be used. But everybody do the little disclaimer. I'm not trying to talk about nobody's character. No, none of that. No, I'm not trying to clear up nobody. I'm not. Because when it was me, y'all did not care. So, no, whatever you think I'm trying to do, I'm doing it. Twice. Let's give out names. Okay? We're going to give him the name of Bill. Little Bill. And there's facts about Lil Bill that I have to say to tell this story. First of all, Lil Bill is a football player. Okay? I met Lil Bill when he was in the transfer portal. What does that mean, you say? He was not staying where I met him. Okay? 2, what does that mean? He's not staying where I left him. We're long distance this entire time. 3, Bill was not a dad when I met him. He was a fresh new dad. That is important. That also should write across my forehead, but it didn't connect. Okay, this also might have been my karma. Let me tell you why. Like I said, I'm going to tell my dirt. So in January 2022, I had been in a toxic situation with, let's call somebody Audie. So I talked to somebody named Audie, and Audie that month decided to go somebody else. So I took all these nuts and went and did what I needed to do. Like, just breathed and did what I had to do. But that's a whole nother story. Like, that's something else. It doesn't matter, but it matters because that's what stopped me from really talking to Bill, which I met in February in 2023. Now, I used to kick it with Bill's friends before I met Bill, but he was never around. Little Turtle Myrtle always was hiding somewhere. But I know where he was hiding. Anyways, so what had happened was I met Bill in February, and he was cool beans, and we was kicking it. I was wrongly kicking it a little too much before I officially ended that. So, hey, Kimberly, you talking about cheating? Did you cheat? I said this was my karma. I ain't even finna justify the shit, baby. I was doing something I wouldn't want done to me, and then it got back done to me. Okay, so what goes around came back around, and so boom, in April 2023, Bill tells me that he just found out he was about to be a dad. Now, this is alleged that he found out then, because we don't know what Bill be talking about. So in May of 2023, me and Audie, we go out of town. And that was wraps. Like, it was a trip that people left early, and that was just the end of that. So the next month, I take it upon myself and I say, hey, let's spin the block. Let's see what Bill talking about. Let's see what Bill barking for. And I sure did. Basically, we was getting somewhere. And with me, I need words. So by the time August came around, I was like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not about to talk your ear off all day. I'm traveling. Mind you, we're long distance. Now, long distance is like a 5-6 hour thing. But like, it's long enough that you need to tell me what we got going on. So he asked me to be his girlfriend. Now, I asked him, please send that to me in email. I need to keep that right there. I like to file stuff in my cabinet. And with that being said, it's sitting there collecting dust. People don't delete their emails. Okay. So in September of 2023, that is when his child was born. Yes, what a blessing. With that being said, the side note is, I know that sounds crazy, and new fatherhood and motherhood is something that I shouldn't even got myself into. But I felt like I had created the boundary of handle your business, but don't mishandle your business when it comes to me. So it's communication is this. You also was portraying the idea that you and your BM talking. Bill didn't tell me him and his BM don't do not nah. They don't. Y'all don't listen. Don't listen to that. No, don't listen to that, because they was doing something. So what happened was, Bill is also long distance to Bill's baby mother, and Bill's baby mother lives somewhere totally different. So he had to travel to go see the birth, and I am very behind it, because, like, as you should, you're a daddy, go be a daddy, okay? But that don't mean you can't be a good boyfriend as a daddy. But anyways, the baby was born, and he comes back. right? I go see him a little bit later, and this is starting a new stage of relationship. So that means FaceTime calls. FaceTime calls, he would get calls from the BM so he could talk to his son or see his son. Like, yeah. So that would happen, and sometimes I would be with him, and he would be on the phone. But I wasn't the type to want to be seen or heard or none of that. Like, when you talk to your kid, talk to your kid. Okay, I'll have it after. You know what I'm saying? The most respectful way possible. That is important because when December comes around, it's the baby's first Christmas. So Bill goes home. The BM goes to his home so they can celebrate the first Christmas. Was Cameron there? I'm not there, but I'm, behind all of that. He's very communicative. Also, at the birth, he was very communicative. He was all of that. Cool beans, but you ain't tell me all of it. Because the following month, okay, we're in January 2023. I hope I told y'all that right. It was 2022 when the kid was born. I'm sorry. And then now we're in 2023. So 2023, January, February, March, April, May, we're doing so good. 2023 was our highlight year, y'all. I have no complaints that I can really think of. I think it was one little situation, but that ain't the situation I'm on. I'm talking about this. So what happened was, we were doing really good, like to the point where I had his name tattooed on me. His parents knew mine, family knew mine. He was staying here. You couldn't tell me this was in game, basically. And if you know, you know. Like, it was just that. And that might have been delusion, but again, I think it's karma, but whatever. So, at the end of 2023, we were still doing good, but it was like a little rocky because I remember a situation of her getting mad at him for traveling to me. So at this point, we're full past the year of being together. So I'm confused of the agitation at this point because she has known about me, allegedly. Walk with me real quick. So the next year, January 2024, you remember that year? 2024, yeah, cool beans. February, cool. March, cool. April 2024, we had our first thing, and our thing stemmed from me looking at that phone. And I look at that phone, and I've never looked at that phone before. And I looked while he was taking a shower, wiping that ass, and I'm looking, and I see a message of her asking, do you think of me? And he says, of course, or something along the lines of that. And I said, I simply did not like this. And he tried to switch it in my brain. Y'all, it was so crazy. He tried to switch it in my brain and was like, I'm thinking about the well-being. Now you trying to make me sound like I'm crazy and I want you to be a terrible person and I don't want the well-being of your baby mama to be good. No, it's not that. You just, hey, you be thinking about me. I don't want you to think, period. I need a bird brain ass dude. Like, if that's the case, like if that was the case, but that problem opened up problems from on. So what happened was in April, we had a little tiff, and I go out of town that weekend that I find that in his phone. So I find that in his phone, y'all, I'm Greek. I go out of town, and somebody else Greek literally was on that with me. He followed me on Instagram. I follow back. Shouldn't have did that. And I got asked about it, and I was like, no, I've been knew him just 30 minutes ago. That was just it. No, that was wrong though, Cameron. So boom, that next May is April. May is after April. So May, I end up graduating. And then in June, I move across the state. The country. I move. So I move, and guess what? He transfers again. So he moves, but he moves to this hot city. So at this point, we're bickering, going back and forth. I'm in a new city, you in a new city, but we're actually not doing well. So I have a plane ticket to go see him. Now, how I find out he got cheated on me, you can't tell me God is not all in this, y'all. Y'all, the way I buy a plane ticket to go see him, to stay with him for a week. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, y'all gonna have to come back. I never was the type to do parts because I said what I said. And if you didn't hear me, you missed it. But I ain't finished. And I got to tell y'all how God is so in the fact that I found out I got cheated on 2 years later after the fact that I got cheated on. And this is why I feel like he was here. Okay. So I told y'all that I bought a plane ticket to go see this man. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. While I'm there, Monday goes around, so happy. Tuesday, I remember that day that I woke up in the middle of the night crying because I felt like something was wrong. It woke me up out of my sleep, and I'm like, we're not okay, Bill. All the whole 9. I remember. I was very like, I don't know. I just felt something. Let me tell you what I felt. It was convenient for me to look through his phone. Y'all like, why does she have so much time? It's because he would go to practice, y'all. He's a football player. So he would go to practice from this time to this time. So I had this time to this time to do some digging. And I was digging for 7 days straight before Sunday came and did not find nothing. It was to the point I asked him like, hey, you changed your phone password, brother? He said, yeah, because I know you wanted to look through it. Red flag. You knew I wanted to look through it, so you hit it harder. Okay. The fuck is the scavenger hunt we're doing? Like you, okay, anyways. So when Sunday comes around, it's my time to go home. So I'm on the way to the airport, y'all. I'm like, damn it. I'm sad I'm leaving my nigga, but I'm leaving my nigga not knowing what's going on. Like, mission incomplete. Can we talk about it? So I done failed the CIA mission, but I'm in the airport waiting for my flight. Y'all, ding, 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 ding. Who's highly favored? Me. My flight gets canceled. You know what that means? I got 2 extra days to go back onto the mission. So we back in there. We back in. What he say? We back in there. So Monday, that next Monday, I find out I get to nursing school. Beauty and brains. We in school. So we took that day, celebrated. That next day, Tuesday. This day changed my life forever. It was actually June 25th, 2024. It's going to be like an anniversary now. But tell me why. I say, before he leaves to practice, I say, listen, I have to do some paperwork. Like, can I use your MacBook? He says, here, sugar plum. Use it. Before you say that this was a trap for that, I did have to do paperwork. And I did do my paperwork. But I also did my paperwork after that. Okay? So what happened was he leaves, but he leaves and texts me and says, don't go through it. This is what I say. This is my last day here. Why would I go through it? I'll tell you why I went through it. I did my paperwork and then I opened up iMessage, y'all. On that bitch. I opened up iMessage and y'all know when your iCloud isn't updated, so it goes back to like whenever the last time you updated. He ain't updated it for a while. So when I did click on it, it was like everything was old. Trust me, I am a vet when it comes to looking through shit. I just didn't look through your shit, you dummy. So I know exactly who to type in, what to type in, but I go to the BM messages. And I know y'all keep it everything like to the T because you told me you did. But you didn't tell me you did not as well. With that being said, I see multiple messages that it just proves it. The one message that I will tell y'all, and it was this. It was, when is the last time? When did we have sex again? Question mark. And he answered. He said this. I said, oh, so you like to get down and dirty. Wow. So I have no composure. As soon as I see that, oh, there also was another message sent by lovely lady, Miss BM. She says something along the lines of, and I'm not going to tell her, I'm going to let God handle it. And I saw that. I saw that message. Like, that was the message I seen with these eyes. Here's the kicker. I will not hold y'all any longer. She believed that she was still with this man, I guess, or he made her believe that. And postpartum is real. I wish as a woman that I would have took that in consideration as a younger, fresh relationship. Like, oh no, you should have did that. That is a whole nother conversation. I understand. There's much learning there. But postpartum being real, you also could be a real nigga and tell me you shouldn't be here because you also was having 2 girlfriends. 4 months into it is when the act happened. The first 6 months was a hoax. I said, so you was doppelganging both? Like, what? So I see that because I only know that the 6 months mark is because in February is when the whole I'm not gonna tell her, I'm gonna let God handle it, and it matches up when we hit the net. So we hit the net in February. He chilled on her. He was like, that's what he did, dumbass boy. So anyways, I straight asked him like, oh, when I'm going through that MacBook, let's go back that time. I'm in that MacBook. Let's go back to 2024. After I told him I wasn't going to go through it, I said, we need to talk. And he called me. I'm like, ain't you supposed to have a ball in your hands? Why'd you calling me? And he talking. I don't have nothing to talk about. I said to him, I said, this you? Hang up. Y'all. My whole world was changed. Like, I thought this man was pure, like, to a T. He had nothing, like, I I was deeply in a spell. Like when Emma Chamberlain said like he had his fingers in every groove of my brain, he literally did. Like you couldn't tell me he did no wrong. No, you literally couldn't. So this was like so shell shocking to me. What's next? Let's go. So boom, I ended up he ended up coming home. I don't know how he came home so quick, but y'all, we argued so bad that I blacked out. Like I literally can't even tell you the argument, but I do remember physically turning around, because talking to somebody that made you that mad that quick, like I turned around. So I'm arguing with him like this. Do you know how dumb you sound? Like da 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 da. I was at a wall. I was looking at the wall. I don't play that like bad energy. I'm about to ball my fist up. I ain't never hit no man. I ain't gonna start today. So I'm talking like this. I'm so mad. So my flight was that day. He like, okay, we about to go to the airport. Mind you, my flight was in it for like 6 more hours, y'all. 6 more hours. So I'm like, no. So I end up chilling. But when it was time to go to the airport, all I could do was laugh. I'm laughing in the car. I remember looking at me in the passenger seat. I'm just like, you really got off on me. And I found out 2 years later. 2 years later. Wow. One must ask, what happened next? So that weekend was the same weekend as Clave, y'all. He was like, please go down there and have a be right when you down there. I was right. That's the problem. I was right. That's the problem. Cause you ever been to Clave? That was anyways, it really wasn't that big of a deal. I just had a good time with the girls. So what ended up happening was he ended up caring and trying so hard for 30 days. Mind you, my whole world was turned upside down. Rug snatched. So then 30 days after that, he was like, okay, wrap it up. You know, the season about to come again. So you got to wrap this up. 30 days after that, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck so bad that I already had a plane ticket to go see him in August. Mind you, I found this out in June. So in August comes around, he says, hey, don't come. Don't come. All right. Let's just wrap this up by last week. Because, y'all, this was a long 6 months. I was with this man for 2 years and found out something that was 4 months into a relationship, 2 years later, damn near. And I couldn't have called this. So it was a long 6 months. Like, long 6 months. But before 2025 started, I called him and I said, I'm not going to lie. I just don't want this for myself anymore. Because there was a lot of back and forth. It was like, we're going to try, we're not going to try. But the reason I really did not try is because I got a, hey, boo, I don't know if you're talking to him still, but so you mean to tell me we about to work through something we shouldn't even have to work through, and I'm still getting hey, boos? Do you want me to tell y'all how somebody just told me that he was what he was doing? Huh? Because I'm thinking you healing, but you was for sure kneeling and something else. And for 6 months? This little phone got a text, y'all. It said, hey, I'm not trying to come to you as a woman, but on the lowest key, I've been fucking up. I said, oh, wait a minute. Mind y'all, come on the sidewalk, y'all ready? I found out he cheated in June. So we're now in December. This was last week I'm telling y'all about. We're now in December. It's been a roller coaster of going through, what's it called? Grief. Because on a serious note, and let me talk to you, I had to grieve a person that I thought this person was. Lil Billy, shoot it. No, it's not there at all. So boom, I'm at the stage where I'm like, okay, it's either we're doing this, which what are we doing? Or we're not doing this. But if we are doing this, I need to be comfortable. And yeah, like that's what we're doing. We also need to break the distance. If you know, you know. So boom, I'm like on the phone, and need I mention, we're on the phone talking about moving in when this text comes in. So I get off the phone, hang up on you, and I call her. This phone call is recorded on my iPad. Y'all can't have that one. Because it was juicy. She was telling me everything. Yeah, she been messing with him since September. They've been doing it RAWG star in this motherfucker. And she's been over there. The only reason she has my number is because when I would call, he would ignore it. So she took a little picture and had it. It was also a time, probably like a week before me being on the phone. I said, I need you to show up for me like A, B, and C. And Buddy said, nah, can't do it. 3 minutes later, he sent her a text and said, good morning. I didn't know you had that in you. You could do that, though. So, how do I get from here? Basically, Got on the phone with her, got off the phone with her, got on the phone with him. A lot of B words and a lot of what's going on. Like, I'm on the phone like, do you know how hard it is to get your emotions out through a speaker? It was hard. So I finally achieved my goal, got off the phone with him. The next day he decides to ask me to be his girlfriend, fried. I friedly, was like, huh? And then kind of listened a little too good. Because the next day I had to, when you got to digest. The next day I digested. And I said, you are fried. And you can't unfry an egg, baby. So once you're fried, lay it to the side. I actually ended up telling him, like, I appreciate how apologetic you've been. Because it never was the problem that you laid down with a shorty. You lied about it. Because I'm sitting here asking, like, hey, what you got going on? And he'll be like, nothing. And he'll be like, what you got going on? Yeah, I went here, 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 and here, and I'm chilling this way. Y'all, how many times have I said, with me, you can't guess because I'm telling you, who gonna whoop me? Tanya and Keith will, but not nobody else will. So I'm sitting here being honest. If we was gonna lie, tell the whole class we lying. I would have brought my best lie, Lil Bill. Yeah, I would have brought my best lie. But we did, it was just a one-man lie. And then you lying single and in a relationship. You just a liar. But the raps really ended with my grown woman in me. And I said something. One day I just woke up and I was like, yeah, fuck no. This is just not for me. Which I said on the phone. I said, yeah, I don't want this for me anymore. As in this lifestyle, as in you and me and anything. I can't even see you in the distance holding it was raps. So he did his biggest one. He did what he did then, and then did what he did. I hate being better, look. Like, you ain't never had nobody call your phone about me. Not nobody ever did that. You gotta be good at it. If you gonna do you, be good at doing you. Or do him or her or them. Just don't do you, because it's not good. You're not good at it. But it's much love, baby. I just feel free. I'm woman and I'm finding. Yes. Because God tried to save me back then. And I went back and I'm listening to the excuses and the lies. I'm like, these kind of sound good. Once I said, yeah, I'm trying to move in, God was like, and I came right with him. I said, you right. It's not no saving this. Now, I don't really know how we go from here, but it's up and stuck. I'm living life. And that's not like fake living life. Like, I really feel like I can breathe off of my chest. No, this not fake living life. I can breathe again. Do you know living with anxiety because a man can't make you feel comfortable feels crazy? So find comfortability in yourself before you get in a relationship and then heal. And then maybe you can find somebody that can do that. But right now, I'm really not looking for that. I'm just chilling with me and God. Yeah. Crazy world, right?